the one viewer, yes, I just so that you understand my live video earlier. I just want some of you to understand. I really do have to deal with my epilepsy. Hold on a minute. These are my seizure medications. Right here, okay? This is Topamax. This is my Topamax. I have to take this twice a day. This is what Topamax looks like when it is 100 milligrams. And you have to take 100 milligrams twice a day. Okay? I don't know if you can see that there. That's what a 100 milligram pill of Topamax looks like. And then there is the, shit, I can't even pronunciate it. Yeah. The other one. Screw it. Okay, this is the other one that I have to take 3 times a day. This is not fun to have to take 3 times a day. And sometimes when, you guys have heard my noisy neighbor throughout several of my videos. Okay. And sometimes my noisy ass neighbor will be so noisy in the middle of the night, because he'll get up in the middle of the night and slam, 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 just in the kitchen, so loud that it jolts me out of my sleep. I go unconscious and have a seizure. Or my subconscious reacts and I have a seizure. And last year in November, my foot hit the concrete wall. I said this in a few other videos. And it was the end of November. My foot hit the brick wall, because you guys know I run a basement. And so I was stuck in bed, and this is what I drew while I was stuck in bed. Obviously I haven't finished this dragon. I really should finish this dragon. I was drawing this with my watercolor pencils last year, and I should really finish this dragon. Isn't that a cool dragon? I think that's a cool dragon, but I was bored, and I started drawing this Japanese dragon last year while I was laid up in bed between the pain, because my foot could have been broken, but I had a boot on my foot. I have 2 guitars, but I'm not allowed to play them in this house, because, oh my God, God forbid I do that, because music might disturb my neighbor, but yet, my neighbor's noisy during my videos. Or if you watched the one video of, my cooking video, my neighbor had purposely thrown himself on the floor and purposely inflicted injuries on himself while I was live streaming a cooking video. And, I didn't really appreciate that. And he's no deaf. No deaf. Sorry. But I speak a little sign language. So that doesn't mean money. That means little. Sign language. No. So I'm learning slow. You know, but you know, but you know, at least it's going to help with my YouTube channel with the sign language. But anyway, like I said, you know, at least when I go to actually, I have to calm my nerves down. That's why I was listening to, excuse me, I got the hiccups now. That's why I was listening to Let's Read. The tone of Let's Read's voice calms down the neurons in my brain. So does chills. Please check them out. If you know somebody with a neurological disorder, trust me. Look, even if you're not into creepy content, their voices are just so wonderful. Just they have such wonderful voices. If you have anxiety disorder, their voices are so soothing that if you have a headache and you have anxiety disorder or you have epilepsy like myself and you just need to lay down and relax, turn them on. I highly recommend listening to their voices. You'll not have to worry about how upset your nerves are. Like I said, like myself, if you have the epilepsy, it literally calms down the neurons from misfiring. I find that on my bad days for the epilepsy, that I look forward to them being on. I wish they were on more. I wish that they were not demonetized constantly demonetized by YouTube. I really do. I wish they were on more. I mean, I know they have things to do, but you know, hey, if they were on more, that would just be so awesome. You'll have to excuse me. I cracked my back. And that's the thing I was talking about in the other video, about missing part of my spine. What happens is the other parts of my spine literally shift away from each other, and I have to crack it back into place. Do you think that feels good? No. It hurts. I can't sit for too long. I can't stand for too long. I can't be around yelling. Yelling will trigger a seizure. Negative people. Forget it. Forget it. I absolutely cannot stand negative people. Forget it. I don't like negative people. I have put up with negative people most of my life. Like I said, that scar right here on my earlobe, I have put up with negative people most of my life. Like I said in another video, I was a Shriner's kid. I was dropped off at the hospital. That's it. Dropped off at the hospital, left there. The other kids are like, you don't have visitors? Like, apparently not. Like, but it's visiting day. Nobody cares. That's why I sat there and drew. People, that's why I sat there and kept my artwork. Or would go to sleep. And just to find out later on in life that that wasn't my real family. Just to find out later on in life that that was not my real family. And don't worry, like I said, I have to calm my nerves down from having a few more seizures. And if my neighbor would just shut up. Just seriously. He does it on purpose. I don't care, he is 88 years old. He can hear, but he does it on purpose. There's a lot of shit he does on purpose, like trying to gas the house. Look, the army didn't teach him this shit in World War II, how to be a delinquent. But, you know, if you guys don't see me on, and I've said this in other videos, if you guys don't see me on, it's because I've had a seizure. So if you look in the other videos where I've said epilepsy really sucks, it's because epilepsy really sucks. And I had to deal with it with going grocery shopping today and had to basically focus to keep from passing out in the grocery store. It's what I call soldiering up. You have to have a main point of focus and keep yourself from passing out. You have to tell your brain, no, not today. Not today. You're going to make it to the car. Going to make it back. 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 You're almost there. And then when you make it back, that's when it's time to rest. But you know what my body told me when I got back to the house? My body was like, okay, we're back, but you can only sit for so long. You can lay down. But then the room went spinny. The room went spinny. And I was like, oh boy, when is Graveyard Girl going to be on? And then, oh, when is Chills or Let's Read going to be on? Please. And I was so grateful that Let's Read wasn't on super late today. I was, however, upset that somebody ripped off Bunny Meyer. I may just go out and somewhere and see about finding her a Tamagotchi. Find her a Tamagotchi. Yeah, somebody seriously just ripped her off. But I sent her the creepy baby doll art. If you've seen that video, I actually sent that to Graveyard Girl. Hopefully, you know, eventually if she opens that in the Swamp fan mail, hey, that's cool. But, you know, yes, we will get to the artwork. But yeah, I still do artwork. This is just one I did last year. and I haven't finished it. And this is all watercolor pencil. What do you guys think about that? This is watercolor pencil. This is a graph pencil. Okay, this is a graph pencil that, all right, I'm going to tell you guys. I started to draw this with graph pencil and then switched up to my watercolor pencils to get the lovely effects. Obviously, I haven't finished the tail yet. And then the background. What do you think about that guy? Obviously. And you know what that actually represents? He is protecting a soul. That's actually what that represents. It's protecting a soul. I know one of my viewers like, can you do some paintings? Yes, we will get to doing that Japanese painting. Today's only what? Monday. Today's Monday. Okay, look, see? Artwork. Want to see some more artwork? Where is it? Not that one. Oh, heck. I got a book down here. No, that's my gun. Sorry, yes, I'm a gun owner, but a responsible one. But I think I may know who that young man was. If you're that young man that I saw at Cabela's, if you are that young man that I saw at Cabela's, hold on a minute. Hold on. Oh, there's my... I needed this. I need that for something. And I need that too. I actually have a book full of art. See, look, let me show you something. Isn't that cool? This is a watercolor painting that I did a long time ago. And I mean a long time ago. In fact, I almost forgot that I had this. But isn't that cool? This is a different kind of dragonfly. But isn't that creative? Look what you can do. Different kind of creation. Look, see, I am showing you guys some art today. Different kind of creation. This is a watercolor that I did. But it's a different way of doing art. But look at this. This is like no more than postcard size. So it's like, and if you want to know, you can actually buy postcard paper at Michael's Crafting. And if you guys like, the next time I do go to Michael's Crafting, I'll probably, yeah, it'll be next month because there are some things I need to do. So, I can always pick up some postcard paper and show you guys how to do the postcards. Now we can do them in water or we can do them in acrylic, but I thought that this was a different kind of way to do a dragonfly, a dragon butterfly, a dragonfly. I think this is cute. You know, for somebody that has tattoos, and I have a dragon on, you know, a couple of dragons on my leg. And I just absolutely think that that is cute. You know, this is like your typical butterfly wing design for a tattoo. And this is almost your typical dragon design for a tattoo. But it's together, and the color for the back of it kind of makes it really pop out. And if you look at the color variations in the wings, it's kind of cool. Or it's something you can put in a frame, tack up on your, you know, your mirror, whatever you want to do, something like that. It's kind of cool. You know what I mean? Something like right up here. Thank you for that subscription. But anyway, like I was saying, you know, I always try to be cheerful, but you know, I have a lot of people that misunderstand me. Oh, you know what's funny, guys? Look. Let me show you some other watercolors I did. Look at this. Look at this. You see that? My hair is going funky again, but you see that? These are watercolors. And I'm Indigenous American, so hey. I'm going to show you this really pretty owl. But you see that? This is the type of stuff I can teach people. Now I'm going to show you this really colorful koi fish that I did now. And I mean colorful, but it's pretty. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? You know what? I may not be like doing the usual painting today. Here's a koi dragon. And like I said, these are all postcard size. Isn't that cool though? That's cool. You got to admit that. These are postcard size. So, see, but these are just cool little things. But just to be able to do stuff like this. By the way, recognizer. Recognize our face. Wouldn't happen to recognize her, would you? Yes, that's me. That's actually me. It's actually on somebody's arm. I just signed that, and that's actually on somebody's arm. But see, look, you can do like beautiful pieces of artwork. This is just something that I use a watercolor pencils with. But look at that. Look at that. It's beautiful, beautiful thing. I mean, like, I have my whole entire like book here of things that I've done that is just so beautiful pieces. It's like I actually need to reorganize because I have more beautiful ones or just add into what in the what. Okay, guys, I know my basement's severely haunted, but remember those haunted videos? Not while I'm doing this video. Okay, want to see something really cool? Look, see? Isn't that a pretty phoenix? And let me tell you something. This took 3 days to draw. And why? Because of all of those beautiful colors in there. Again, this is with the watercolor pencils and ink. Whereas the ink is all that black. I took the black ink in there afterwards, and you can tell on the back of this because it kind of came through. But look, it just takes all these little details and stuff. But 3 days to do a piece like this because you have to know what goes and where and all the little fine details and stuff. Isn't that just beautiful? It's a beautiful piece of artwork. And, you know, I didn't go to art school for drawing. That is something I did not do. For that, I'm self-taught. Because of being beaten, I kept to my artwork. That is something I did do. I kept to my artwork from being beaten as a child. But there's just so much that a person can do, a person can take. Don't think that you can't. I'm going to show you the Iron Man that I drew for a friend. that this is actually tattooed on his leg. Look at that. Do you see all those fine details in there? I drew this Iron Man, and he wanted it colored different. Okay, look, I'm not going to do your typical Iron Man. I'm going to do it the way I want to do. And look at the fine details on how this Iron Man came out. This is my Iron Man. And why? Because I did even all the shade detail. Look at the shade detail in the legs. Came out all like really cool. Right? And I did this on a small ass piece of paper. On a small ass piece of paper. Yes, my signature is right there. Now this is my version of Iron Man. But look at all those little fine, minute details. Okay? I didn't go to art school to draw, but I can sure as hell draw this stuff. If you can put your mind to, you like this stuff, he's a soldier. He has a problem with his heart. I was born with 2 hearts. Tony Stark has a problem with his heart because of the bad guys. I was treated bad. But you know what? I teach people. Look, you could do stuff like this. You can soldier through things. That's just a decoy. It's on my leg. Here, I'll show you the dragons that are on my leg, and I don't even have to show you my leg, because the drawing of them is right here. These are the 2 dragons that are actually on my leg. I drew these out. These are my design. This one I call my shadow dragon, because it's opposite going that way. It's got this right here going up, facing the other one. That is the way it's on my right leg. This one is on the front of my leg. This one is on the outer side of my leg, on the calf. Now, knowing that my right leg is my bad leg, and I was able to sit a certain way and cut off the feeling to my leg, I was able to sit and get that tattooed without feeling my leg. Lucky me, missing a piece of my spine. At least that's an option for me, right? But yeah, you know, if I can draw the stuff like this and show you guys, hey, there's all sorts of stuff that you can do. You can put your mind to this stuff. You can kind of count this as a different kind of art video today, I guess. I had a seizure today. Yes, that is why I did not do the painting today, because my day did not start out right. You guys know that if you've watched the other videos, that's definitely why I have not done a video. So I have to deal with the epilepsy. So if, like I said, if you don't see me do a video, I have to deal with that. And you know, hey, yeah, it's embarrassing to have to admit I have to deal with epilepsy. What else have I got in here that would be really cool to show you? And except for an Indigenous American person. It's Indigenous American History Month. Remember to honor the First Nations. Because our people still aren't well taken care of. Oh yeah, here's some cool anime you guys might like. local, I don't even know. I just drew this one day. I drew it just like on a whim one day. It's like, poof, I just drew it. I don't even know why. This is like really old. I'm trying to even think of how old is this? This is from like 2006 or 2007. The color stayed pretty good because I keep my artwork stored pretty darn good. Pretty darn good. Yes, I do. Well, when you keep your artwork stored in a folder the way I do, your artwork stays pretty good. But I should get some kind of count this as an art video today. It's kind of like common knowledge of how to store your artwork. Here's one you might like. Sorta. You might like this. If I can get her tattooed on me, I would get her tattooed on me because I battle certain things and I'm not giving up. Just like not giving up the battle to keep walking. Not giving up the battle to fight my epilepsy. Not giving up the battle to keep living, basically. Guys might like him. He's pretty cool. Am I gonna color him in? No, probably not ever. I just think he's cool. Chilling on a tree branch. He's got his saber. It's pretty cool. Gosh, I drew these ones a long time ago. Just a long ass time ago. I'll get to your message in a minute, okay? I do say I have a message in my stuff, but I'll get to your message in a minute, I promise. But I also did an Anubis and a Jackal, and I'll show you the difference between Anubis and the Jackal, because this is the Jackal, and the other one's Anubis. Okay, this is Anubis. Yes, that's Anubis. And this is a Jackal. Can you tell the difference? I bet you can. I bet you can. But they're cool though, aren't they? Anubis. Look at the structure of Anubis's body. His snout, his head, his ears, the structure of his body, his legs. Okay, look at his weapon. Yes, Anubis actually does have a tail. Okay, and the Jackal. No tail. Okay, look at the snout, the ears, his weapon. Look at the legs and his body. That is the Jackal. Anubis, the Jackal. Anubis, the Jackal. And how do I know this after I drew them? An Egyptian was like, oh, that's Anubis. That is so cool. And then when he saw this, he's like, oh, that's the Jackal. I was like, yes, they are. He's like, that is so cool. So yes, Anubis and the Jackal. He's like, you drew them properly. So yeah, I drew them properly. He's like, that's how they're supposed to be in Egypt, including their weapons. He's like, thank you. Thank you, thank you. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of different things in the art corner. Oh, let me show you something that I did. It's an evil Ben Franklin. I mean, I could have showed you guys this for Halloween, but I did not. Do you know that there's actually a history fact behind this? Did you know that Ben Franklin did not hold the kite? He, in fact, stood inside of a shed while making a 12-year-old hold the kite. Hence, Evil Ben. No, I actually drew this on a Halloween back in... Oh my gosh, that's been a while. That was 2008, I think. 2008 or 2008. Yeah, I think that was 2008 or 2009. So yeah, that's been a while since I drew this. Yeah. But yeah, my evil Ben Franklin. But yeah, I want you guys to understand that if you don't see me on, just like understand I have my seizures to deal with, okay? There are my other videos. They are very instructional. You can always shoot me a message on my Twitter, which is Ethany. Why they spelled it wrong? It's EPA. Let me write it down. Let me write it down because they spelled it wrong. Yeah, it's actually supposed to be epidiosis, but they spelled it wrong. It's EPANYASIS. But if you can't, you know, if I'm not on here, just like shoot me a message there. Just do that. You know, not shoot, but you know, just send me a message there. If you don't see me here, just send me a message there. I don't always link everything because, you know, I like my privacy as much as anybody else does. So I will see you all later because, like I said, I had one of my bad days and had to deal with the bad seizure headaches and everything, and sometimes they're really bad. And you know, having to deal with everything else. And see that guy right there? That's, you remember that day where I said I had to have a living caretaker? Meet my living epilepsy caretaker, Rocco. You know what he has to deal with? He has to deal with helping me when I have a seizure. Don't you, Rock? I'm gonna touch your phone. Oh, yeah, if I touch his phone, it goes whack. I can't touch electronics after I have a seizure. It does something weird. Electronic interference. But anyway, guys, I didn't really want to make this a very long video like the other one accidentally, but you know, hey, somebody like pissed me off trying to be all judgmental and shit. You know, it's like, people are people. People are people. Can people just see that? But anyway, I will try to get back to that. I'm going to try tomorrow. I actually have to go pick up some raw sugar for my coffee. I don't use granulated sugar for my coffee. ugh, I have enough left for one more cup of coffee. That's it. But yeah, and the thing about me drinking coffee is when I take my epilepsy meds in the morning, is the coffee actually helps to edge off the headache in the morning. So it's actually chronic headaches. I have the fatigue constantly because I never know if it's fatigue just from working out or if my body has worked itself out from a seizure. I sometimes wake up extremely sore, which means I've had a seizure in my sleep. So, which means my body's been severely rattled. So, I will see you guys soon. Just please go check out, yeah, they're trying to demonetize me again. Just go check out, Let's Read, because that's where I'm about to head back to. I was the first one on to go check out his video. So I'm going to go back over there and you guys just have a blessed night. Just stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. And I'll see you guys later for me actually trying to get to that canvas because you guys can see I still have it set up. If I still have a canvas set up, that means I'm going to be getting to it. And for Charlene's Native American Kitchen, I will be getting to that fresh pot. And since I can't digest ground beef, it'll be chicken chili. Chicken chili. Yes. So I got ground chicken and I have minced garlic, which I just bought. So we will be making some chili. Yay. So I will be trying to keep my neighbor out of the kitchen, and we have to share a kitchen. So be trying to keep him out of the kitchen so that I can make a brand new episode of Charlene's Native American Kitchen for you guys to enjoy. So hopefully, so that you guys can enjoy a brand new episode. So it doesn't matter, anybody can make this chili. It just has certain beans in it, and beans are really good for you. And since it has chicken, let's say anybody that has diabetes or cancer, you shouldn't be eating red meat. Yep. And that would actually help your metabolism. Exactly, it'll help your metabolism. And then we'll discuss the health part of that, because the proteins will say, okay, you're a vegetarian, leave the meat out. Just plain leave the meat out if you're a vegetarian. That's all you have to do with the chili recipe if you're a vegetarian. It's all good for everybody, right? So just look forward to that coming up. And like I said, you know, I just have to get some rest because my headache's still on today. And I just had one of those days. So I will see you all later. Like I said, stay happy, stay healthy, stay positive, and as always, stay blessed. Thank you for my new subscriber, because I always try to be a positive person, and I always try to give a positive outlook for everybody else. Please don't think I'm a negative person. I'm really not. Yes, sometimes I am a bit drill instructor, but maybe it's because my philosophy in life is I really think that we should all just unite as a human race, because that's what we are. All right? I'll see you guys later. I love your faces.